Yo, what's going on everyone? It's Mike back again, and this is your Everton against Leeds match. If you're looking for a great football app, then go over to OneFootball. OneFootball have not just got your latest rumours, latest videos and latest news about your favourite teams, but they tell you about the entire Premier League and football pyramid. So get over to OneFootball and download it now in the link below. Quicker, do it now. Preview. That's right. The new series is called The Match. That's simple. Piece of cake. Everyone can get that. So listen to this. On a Tuesday, we have the podcast. On a Thursday, we have the preview. On the weekend, we have the match. And following the match, we have the reaction. You can't like that, how good that is, can you? You just can't. I mean, all of a sudden, we've gone from being small channel to being completely branded and absolutely smashing it on all platforms. Everton this weekend go up against Leeds. 5:30 kick-off on Saturday. It's going to be an interesting game, tough game, but a game that Everton are more than capable of winning. It's a game that Everton should go into with confidence, but also as fans, we are a little bit worried. And that's only natural. Everton can't defend. Everton go into this game having conceded, I think it's 16 goals in the league, which is the highest in the top 12. We've only played 9 games. So it's not great readings in terms of that. However, we do have the top goal scorer in the league and one of the top goal scorers in Europe in Dominic Calvert-Lewin. And with Richarlison back, that certainly helps. He gets the ball to him quicker, he challenges from the front, and he makes a real impact on this side, as me and John argued about in the match 2 weeks ago. And I stand here correct. Everton, as we discussed, going to this, they've got to understand where Leeds are going to hit them. And Leeds are very clever at getting the ball, holding pressure, taking a lot of pressure, and they concede a lot of goals by making mistakes doing this. But what they do is they've got runners. They've got people who can run from midfield. All sorts of talent all over the park that can do it. And obviously with Bamford up front, they've got a goal threat. Now, Everton have got to be able to sort of be clever enough to make sure that we don't overgun it in midfield, i.e. you've got Alan, Decore going too far forward, because on the turnover, when they get that ball, they'll be so quick that we won't be able to catch them. And that's the issue you have with Leeds. Leeds are so good at hitting you on the break. They're very quick, they're very strong. I worry for that, especially with our defending being as slow as we are, because we are slow. Defensively, we are slow. And you can see that by some of the stats and some of the games. But if you genuinely look at the amount of goals we've conceded this season, it's not pretty reading. But on the technical side of the game, James Rodriguez, with Richarlison when he's in the team, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, we hurt teams. We absolutely destroy teams. Fulham, we went 3-1 up. A little bit easy. You know, we took that 1-0 lead, we put pressure on ourselves, we then go 2-1 up, and you think next goal is crucial here. Everton get it, sort of kill the game off, although Fulham did have an opportunity. And I'm telling you now, they hate penalties. Like, they absolutely despise them. It's hilarious. So Leeds are 14th in the league right now. And they've also got players that will push from defence, you know, Ayling, Koch, or whatever his name is. You know, they've got players like Dallas, Alioski, Calvin Phillips. You know, this is a team that's a very good side. You know, they've got Howard Koska, Bamford, Rodrigo. This is a team that can really, really hurt you. But the player that concerns me most, and I don't know if he's fit, he's available or anything, is Jack Harrison. He is a player that has got that ability on the left-hand side to cut inside, shoot on his right foot or his left foot. He really, really hurts teams. And Everton have been weak down that side. He could really hurt us. You know, whoever we play at right back hasn't massively been reassuring this season. Coleman was the first couple of games. He started really well, but now we're seeing that his legs have gone. Ben Godfrey is not a right back. Not in a month of Sundays is Ben Godfrey a right back. And God, I can't even say his name. And John Joe Kenny is nowhere near it. So Everton have just got to be really clever in this game to sort of nullify that. And the midfield has got to step across. Alan, Decore, they've got to step across. Because if they don't, this will be an absolute goal fest. Like no jokes, no lies, this will be a goal fest because they will score 3 or 4 and Everton could equally score 3 or 4 and it's just going to be a really, really interesting game to watch. Now, my Everton team, I don't make any changes. It's exactly the same team that started against Fulham, so it has to be. Defensively, Mina, Keane, yeah, suspect. Slow at the back, slow on the turn. You know, the Titanic move quicker. But I just think Allen and Decore are going to be set up a little bit differently in this game because I think Carlo will realise how Leeds score goals. You know, we saw it their first game back in the Premier League after 16 years. They went to Anfield, they scored 3 goals. Difficult feat. Difficult feat, but they did it. And they did it really well. You know, Leeds were unlucky that night not to win the game or at least get a draw. So we know Leeds can go to these teams and really challenge. Now, they can definitely come to Everton and challenge us, 100%. I mean, we've seen it. Newcastle, Southampton, even Man United coming to our place. We've been turned over by teams that, in my opinion, are not as good as Leeds. Certainly Newcastle. Newcastle are not as good as Leeds. Leeds are a better side. So Everton have got to have their wits about them. They've got to be prepared to move the ball quickly. And they've got to look at breaking down the lines, getting the ball to Richarlison early, popping it off to James. He won't be making them overlapping runs. And I really liked the way that we kind of set up with that 3-5-2. Because Iwobi actually did a decent job when he was asked to defend a little bit more. You know, I thought at the start of the game it was a 4-4-2, and I thought Godfrey sort of got picked off a little bit as the game went on. But as the game changed and as the formation changed, yeah, I definitely thought Everton were much, much better with Iwobi playing at that right wing back. He did up and down. He did a great job. So credit to him. And I want to see more of that from Iwobi. You know, I want to see more structure in his game. I want him to be able to pick up the ball, decide whether he's going to pass, or think, actually, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a run. I'm going to beat 3 players. And he did that time and time again against Fulham. He picked up the ball and he carried it. The second goal we scored comes from Iwobi making that long busting run that really hurt people. And that was great to see. That's exactly what we signed Iwobi for. Now, look, I'm still not going to give him the benefit of doubt. I'm still not going to say he's a regular starter. But based on the performance last week, he deserves to start. And that's as simple as that. That's where I leave that. This is just a really tough game. Like you can argue for pros and cons against both sides in this game. But Everton, if they've got aspirations of Europe, if we've got aspirations of being a top 4 side, we have to win. That's simple. And we said that at Newcastle. We said that at Southampton, who are currently a place above us, I believe. And we said it at home against Man United. We've got to win these games. Look, this is an important game, but it's one we can win. And we've got some difficult games coming up. I'm sure we've got Burnley away after. Then we've got Chelsea and Arsenal. These are games at Everton. Again, the home games. We've got to be going and beating these teams. Tough ask, but we've got to do it. Another thing I'm going to say, just on a sort of lighter note, is Everton playing at 5:30 on Saturday is a bit of a help because we've had these early kickoffs, and I would say that we've not looked great in the second half. And I'm not saying it's because of the early kickoffs. I'm not saying anything like that, but I'm saying maybe playing at 5:30, an evening game, maybe just might help the team a little bit more, kick on and play a little bit better. I mean, I don't know. I'll sound like Glenn Hoddle now, but I want Everton to just be good for 90 minutes, not play really well for 55 and then scratch it at the end just because Fulham miss a penalty and we play against Newcastle, shit against Southampton and fall apart in the second half against Man United. I don't want any of that. I want Everton to just turn up and beat Leeds. That simple. Score prediction. I'll go 4-2 Everton. But genuinely, it could be a cricket score because neither team can defend. Neither team can defend. And if you look at the league table, Everton have conceded 16 goals. And then to further that, you know, a side like Leeds, who are 14th in the league, they've conceded 1 more goal than us. That's how poor we have been defensively this season. You know, our defence has fundamentally cost us, in my opinion, being top of the league right now. I know it's very easy to say that and a very obvious comment. But the simple fact of this matter is Everton have got goals. We've scored 19 goals, which again is up there with some of the highest in the league. We've got goals. We can't defend. It's mad compared to last season when we were getting 0-0s and we couldn't score. Now we're conceding goals. We need to address that. Carlo needs to address that before we go any further into this competition, because it's not good. We're not good on the turn. We're not good when the other team's got the ball. We're not good down the left-hand side when they're running at players like Coleman, Godfrey. We need to address that serious. Guys, peace. Have a fantastic day, evening. And I'll see you for the match Saturday, 5:30. Watch along. We will be there from 5:10. Make sure you're there. Make sure you bring your friends. You subscribe. And, of course, you join the Blue Boys Network, because I'm telling you now, we're going places.